Hey, this is the Creality Ender3 3D printer, and I'm going to show you how to change the Boden tube. The Boden of a 3D printer is this plastic part right here, and the filament goes through it into the nozzle. So first what you'll want to do is heat up your bed and your nozzle, and then pull the filament off all the way. It can get a little hard towards the end, just give it a good solid yank, and then just back up a little. And then what you want to do is your 3D printer should come with a little packet of tools like this. So you want to choose this small little tool right here, and then you'll want to, over behind it, take off the little screws behind here. So there's this one, and just set it somewhere safe. And just take off the cover. Sometimes these will be attached to it. Mine kind of broke, so I'll just set the cover over here with the screw. Then make sure it just keeps blowing on there. And then you can put your little tool down here and take your wrench out of this thing, packet, and up here, this little guy here, you press it in and bring out the Boden tube here, and then you can't really, it's kind of hard to press that in, but be careful not to touch the nozzle. So if you need to, you can use your wrench to take it off. So it's all done, and then you'll just want to, you can see it kind of pulled up through because it's going the other way, and put it somewhere safe. Then you'll see this is still stuck in there. That's the reason we want to heat up this, because the Boden tube can sometimes kind of melt. So we'll just pull it out of there like that, and then you'll take your new Boden tube. I bought a little packet off of Amazon that came with cutters and a Boden tube, and you'll just take out your new Boden tube right there. There's the new length. That was the old, so you can throw the old one away. And then if you bought the packet, I recommend these nice little sharp cutters. They give you a nice clean end to the Boden tube, and then just slice the end off on each side, just giving it a really nice clean little snip. Very smooth edge there. And then you can place it back in the Boden tube end back into here, and make sure it's in there tight. Press in your strength, and then you can screw this little thing back in there. First a little by hand, but it gets rather hot. Then you can use the wrench. Don't get it too tight. You don't want to break it, just tight enough that it'll stay there. Then place the other end of the Boden tube in there, and you can kind of hold there to stop it. And just press until you feel it stopping at the nozzle. When it hits the nozzle, that's good. And press down as hard as you can. If you don't press it down too hard, then it'll create all kinds of problems and you'll have filament going everywhere. On this side too. Just make sure it's really nice in there. And make sure the Boden tube is long enough so that it reaches all the way to the end. Because if it isn't, then when you try to print something really big, the Boden tube will cause it to have to come back here really thirdly, and it's bad for your printer. And then you can take the covers and you can put the things back in. Make sure all the things line up. Just make sure the wires are good. And then, when you're done doing that, take your screw and go back over here. Find a little hole. Place it in. Put your thing in there. And I sometimes bring this out a bit to help me find it. And then once you've got that on, you've got a new Boden tube, and you can feed your filament back through by taking these cutters that should come with it too, and cutting a 90-degree angle on the filament, pressing in this knob, and feeding it through. And it should start coming out like that. Neat. That's how to replace a Boden tube.